Well, if you're taking your shoes off, I'm going to take my shoes off.
Ah.
My gout's getting better.
It is.
Thank God.
Are we taping right now?
We're recording. This is the pre-show for the Daily Smash for Monday. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
You notice we switched sides?
No. It's a little sweet. I took one of those liquid IVs.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Looks like my Fresca.
Cheers. Just got back home right now.
Welcome home, honey bunny.
I had a great weekend with my besties from San Francisco. I don't know if you guys all know, but 2004, I moved from Scottsdale, Arizona to San Francisco. Mm-hmm. And I met the most amazing women of my life there. They're all from Russia. Mm-hmm. And they came here legally. They're super bright, super smart, and good mothers, good families, super hardworking people, and super educated. My friend Lev and Nona, she was a dentist. He had a couple major public companies he sold. They live in a beautiful house right in Pack Heights next to Nancy Pelosi.
Good neighbors.
Yeah.
Good neighborhood. Great neighborhood.
Beautiful neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And I have some pictures and videos of that. I'll show that on Patreon because I do love showing cribs.
And there's
my friend style.
There's music and you're showing off some dance moves. It's very
I can't do that here. That's why we have to go to Patreon. So you can do that. So I want to talk about how, this came off by itself. This is loose.
Let me real quick let people know we're going to give them a Palm Springs bombing update. Her cousin Tony got some of the best video of the scene.
Oh, he was there.
Immediately after the bomb went off. So we have that footage to share with you.
I don't think we can show it here. Can we on YouTube?
Yeah, we can show it.
It's
just a scene video.
My cousin Tony wants to go look at places in Palm Springs, so he got a hotel and stayed there because we live 45 minutes away from him.
Yeah,
so anyway,
30-ish.
He was in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning.
I think they went to Denny's to get breakfast.
Yeah, I think so
they were
too.
at Denny's.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I thought he went to the liquor store, to be quite honest.
Oh. Do you want me to help you with that?
Oh, good.
Okay. Yeah, and that's why when he told us right away that this had happened, and he had the video, but he also said that he heard from a witness who saw a guy take a phone off a pole. He was very specific. He said it was in a Ziploc, and it was zip tied to the pole, and someone took the camera off and ran off. And so I immediately assumed that this was a targeted hit of someone who knew someone was going to get into that car. They set up a camera to record the explosion, and after the explosion, grabbed the camera and left. But now the police are saying that the dead person on scene was the bomber, and that the person was trying, I guess, live stream it or something, and it didn't upload. So the video was no good. But that tells me that the witness got it wrong. He may have seen someone putting the camera on the pole, but not taking the camera off the pole. And this is why witness testimony is so sketchy sometimes in court. People don't agree.
It was weird that he was there at that time. And so I'm at the party, and this guy's from Germany. It's on German news. It's worldwide.
Der Spiegel. We're going to show that in a little bit. But I want to get right to this
Okay, I'll tell you about what happened first.
Yeah. You're going to set up the story.
So apparently, some idiot kid, moron. Okay?
No, tell the story first.
I know. I'm going to say it comes out of nowhere, goes viral. People are sending me this TikTok. But I want to tell you and I called you right afterwards. So it was kind of weird it's strange how this happened.
Yeah.
So I go to the airport, Santa Ana, and I hate flying. By the way, the night before, we thought we screwed up our itinerary because I thought it was going to come Thursday, and then it was Friday, and whatever. I'm doing the seating assignments, right, with Rick, and I hate being in the middle Every time I'm in the middle, I get two huge fat guys, sweaty all the time when I'm in the middle. I hate the middle. I like being on the end or in the window. So I hate it, right?
Yeah. Well, nobody likes being in the middle.
So I'm looking at it and we're trying to figure out, and he goes, well, want the exit row? I'm like, yes, because there's more leg room. Totally love, it's so comfy. I like that.
Okay.
So I get into United. Because I had a credit, it was like a $500 thing, and I had to put another $40 for my check bag. I'm like, you know what? Southwest, here on out, done with the other airlines.
Okay.
When you take a short trip like that.
Okay.
So I get in there, and I take my little lorazepam and a little champagne
That's
before
your pre-flight ritual?
Yeah, it's my pre-flight ritual because I do get nervous. I do have anxiety. So I'm in there, and I sit down, and I go to the exit row.
Your row, yeah.
And I say to the lady, I was like, will you be able to handle this if shit goes down? Like, I was kidding. And she's like, yeah, I think I can handle it. And then she was talking to the guy, right? And
So you're sitting in the middle, and there's a woman on the window and a guy in the aisle?
Yes. And I go, do you guys know each other? And she goes, yeah, we're married. And I go, well, do you guys want to sit next to each other? And I can sit right here. And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh, I get it. You guys don't like each other. Thought I was being funny, right?
That is funny.
They didn't think it was funny. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, but I do that with you. I sit on the aisle, you sit in there. I get it.
If we'll book a window and an aisle, hoping nobody books the middle seat, but if somebody does, I'm not letting them sit between us.
Right.
I'm going to move to the middle seat, and they can take the aisle or the window, and we'll sit together.
Well, let's just start there. Number one, they're weirdos, okay? They don't even want to sit with each other. They hate each other. You can see how it is, okay? So all of a sudden, I'm like relaxed. I'm chill. I'm in the middle. I'm looking at these weirdos like this. And I'm like this. And all of a sudden, I hear the flight attendant come by, and she's like, would you like a drink? And I'm like, yes, may I have a water? So I drink my water, and they get their drinks. So I'm like this. And so then they're like, okay, we're descending. It's an hour flight. So
this happened at the end of the flight?
It happened at the end of the flight.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm looking at my phone with Jolie. I'm going through pictures of Jolie for whatever reason. I'm just staring at her like when she was a baby, when we were in Hong Kong, in China, in Paris, when she was a little baby, all the travels, when we went to Tokyo, all these things.
Yeah.
So the mom seeing me look at my daughter, right, with all the worldly travels that she's been in. And I look at her, I see her, and she's looking at her daughter. And I go, oh, wow, what a beautiful girl. Because she was really a pretty girl. And she goes, yeah, she's graduating from Berkeley. And I go, oh, wow, she must stand out over there. Because, I mean, I've lived in San Francisco for a long time. I used to go to Berkeley, and it's like, you know, they call them tree huggers. It's like they fell out of the tree and hit every branch on the way down because they're so fugly. Let's just be honest. So anyway, I was like, oh, God. I go, she must have really stood out there. And I go, where are you from? And she goes, San Clemente. And I go, oh, I love San Clemente. It's really nice. Cheap, but nice. And so, and then I go, oh, wow. She's graduating. I go, congratulations. She's graduating from Berkeley. Berkeley's a great school. It's always been a great school. It's always been a Berkeley. It's always had these names, always woke, always been to the left, always.
Oh, yeah. San Francisco,
yes,
Berkeley,
San Francisco, yes. So, but it is a good school. I'm discounting that. Very hard to get in. It's great. So I go, wow, what's happening with these colleges? I go, she's getting indoctrinated. I go, she woke. No, I said, is she woke? And the dad goes, yep. And the mom looks at me like this. And I go, is she getting indoctrinated over there? Because that's what's happening with these colleges. You see what's going on with Harvard and Columbia and all these woke schools? Like, is she getting brainwashed?
Yeah.
She got her headphones, and she's like this. She gets her headphones. She goes, I'm like, was it something I said? Jesus.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh,
you think? That's so awesome.
I'm like, so we get up and we go, nothing. And all of a sudden, I get a flood of this dork right here, okay? So I'm going to play it for you. Because that's exactly how it went down.
And well, I'm going to pause this video throughout the video so we can react to it. Okay, so here it is from this guy, the son.
The son.
Okay, quick story time, and trust me, you're gonna want to hear this. Today, my parents were flying, and they sat next to Real Housewives of Orange County star Kelly Dodd on the plane. And apparently, Miss Dodd was really nice and chill until my parents mentioned that they were flying to visit my younger sister for graduation. She's graduating from college, to which Kelly Dodd responded, "Oh, is she woke now? Did they indoctrinate her at university?"
Wait, first of all, it's Berkeley, bro. It's not, did she graduate from college? Did she graduate from an education? She's at Berkeley, for God's sake. Okay? Let's just start there.
And I would like to start with,
Thanks
the dad agreed with Kelly.
The dad
So
agreed
you're
with
so
me.
outraged that she had the nerve to say, oh, is she woke? Was she indoctrinated? And your father, kid, said, yup, she is. Confirmed it. So Kelly was right. And you're all outraged, but your own father, your Daddy, agrees with Kelly. Okay? So everything else you say after this, when you say a lot, is kind of moot and suspect because your dad agrees with Kelly. You're not calling out your dad on this video. You don't even mention the fact that your dad, you had all your facts. You're talking about your mom, you're not talking about your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad agreed with Kelly.
Yeah, and your dad apparently doesn't like your mommy. I mean, that's clear.
All right, let's
I
carry
saw
on.
it with my own 2 eyes.
And all I have to say is, who has the audacity to say something like that to complete strangers? I mean, I understand Kelly Dodd is MAGA. I understand she's a Trump supporter.
Okay. You want to respond, then I'm going to respond?
Well, first of all, I'm not MAGA. I'm not. I like Trump's policies, and I think he's a hell of a lot better than Sleepy Joe. I think I'm fair and balanced. I'm not brainwashed. I called everything that happened at COVID right about it all the while. Everybody wanted to defund the police. Everybody was all about the BLM. Everybody was all about the vaccines. Now everything that I said that everybody was all pussyfooted about, I was right. Ha ha.
I would just add to that more than 50% of the country, 51%, voted for Donald Trump. So you might not like him, but more than half the country elected him. He won the popular vote, and he's got far more electoral votes than Kamala Harris. He was a clear winner. Whether you like him or not, he's your president.
That's your democracy, bro.
Yeah, that's democracy. So, you're going to vilify Kelly because she might support him over his opponent? Well, that's how it works.
That's how it works.
She's entitled to her
I'm not allowed to say that. You know what? You know what's the problem? Wait. So you know what's the problem with these liberals?
What's that?
They're angry. They're angry.
Yeah.
They're so angry.
Okay. Here it comes.
But being uneducated is not an excuse.
I'm uneducated? Okay, he calls me uneducated, which I'm not. Graduate from college, bro. Sport. And I'm a total jackass. Can you help me out here? When you lose an argument, then you go, you're referring to me being all these mean things. Now you're calling me a jackass. The hypocrite left is exactly, you're showing and demonstrating how much of a jackass you are.
Right. Like
punk.
He got all butthurt because you have the nerve to call his sister woke.
The audacity.
Which his dad agreed with.
Yeah.
And now he's so mad that he's going to call you a name.
Yeah.
It's okay for him to call you a name, but it wasn't okay for you to suggest that his sister might be woke after being indoctrinated at Berkeley.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not okay, but he can call you a jackass.
Right.
So, all right. Well, so what's good for thee, not for me, or vice versa?
No, it's just, that's how they are.
By the way, since when is woke a bad thing?
When is woke a bad thing?
I got this one. Okay. Stand by, because I spent a little time on this. When is woke a bad thing? Okay, I'm going to give you some examples. 7 of them. Ask your dad is number 1. Ask your dad. That's A. B, since they tried to make it okay for men to beat women in women's sports. That was part of the woke thing. C, since they started hiring people based solely on their skin color or ethnicity and not on their talent and capabilities, which is racist. That's DEI. That's woke. D, or number 4, since they started attacking our founding fathers for simply living the way they did in the times of that time. The way they all lived back then is how they lived, but they also founded this country. And they started taking the founding fathers' names off of schools across America, even though without those founding fathers, there would be no America and no schools. But that was okay. They could take the names off of them. 5, or E, since they embraced violent protesters, burning buildings and attacking police officers and looting stores in the name of racial injustice, and embraced the fake organization Black Lives Matter, which took in millions of dollars in donations and did virtually nothing with it except enrich themselves and their families. So that's 5 examples of when woke is bad. And then here's the 6th one I have. Since they tried to let extremely small groups of people dictate what everyone else had to do, had to say, and how to act, simply to cater and appease this very small fraction of our society. That was another thing that woke did that was bad. There's just a few examples for you.
Putting freaking boys in girls' sports,
Yeah.
That's woke. Not allowing people to go into churches is woke. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Making your kids wear masks during school when they're trying to learn, shut it, like what? That's woke. Forcing that down our throats is woke. And it doesn't have, you don't have your freedom of speech. They're calling it fact checkers, and it's all a bunch of BS. And it was because that moron from Facebook even admitted it. Okay?
Right, I have a little bit more here.
All right.
A bad thing. Being woke just means caring about your fellow Americans, having empathy for underserved communities. That's a patriotic thing to be woke.
What
Kelly
a
Dodd.
dumb. This guy, I feel so sorry. I mean,
Thanks for redefining woke.
Yeah, you're
you just redefined it to fit your narrative so that it sounds like a great thing. But
he calls himself a patriot. Do you do the Pledge of Allegiance? Do you go and you sport your flag, your American flag, or do you think you're embarrassed by it?
you know what? The other thing
That's being a patriot is being proud of our country. And by the way, what are you doing for the underprivileged, bro?
Yeah.
I do a lot. I go to the food kitchens. I don't tell everybody all the time, but I do the food kitchens. I donate a lot of my time to these organizations. I send a lot of the clothes. I go to charities with Laura's house. I don't always put it on here, but I can tell you I do a hell of a lot more for the underprivileged than you will ever.
Well, and I left out the worst thing that woke is. Woke encouraged these kids to sign up with Hamas, to protest on behalf of Hamas and the war against Israel when Hamas was holding hundreds of hostages for a year and a half and slaughtered 1,200 people. And all these college kids are like, yay, let's free Palestine and eradicate Israel. And that's okay? Is this kid Jewish?
He looks like a self-loathing Jew. I bet you he's one of those self-loathing Jews.
I mean, you're going to talk about how great universities are, but these universities are encouraging this behavior. They have been.
You know what? Just because you graduate, all my friends that are freaking billionaires didn't even graduate college, bro.
Okay, wait, let him finish this first one.
Okay.
You are not a patriot. You're a reality TV star who has no education, and you
No
should not be
education.
speaking on whether or not my sister got woke in college. That's lame.
Okay, want me to go get my diploma right now? Should I
Wait.
go run up and get my diploma?
No, you don't need to do that. She has a diploma. She is
Did I give it?
educated.
Yeah, I'm
She's
gonna go
also
get it.
worldly,
I'm gonna go get.
and
go
that
continue it.
matters.
But yeah, keep talking.
Okay, so what struck me about this is that he tried to downplay Kelly's fame while trying to benefit from her fame. He says she's a reality TV star, and now you'll hear him contradict himself, that she's not, now he's trying to say she's not relevant anymore, but she's so irrelevant that you felt compelled to post that video and then post a follow-up video because she responded to your video. Even though she's not relevant, you're making a big deal out of her interaction with your parents. And I just come back to my first point, which is that your own father agreed with Kelly about what college did to your sister. So you can act all butthurt, you can act
So here's
all
my diploma
upset.
right here. Kelly Denise Meza, Bachelor of Science, bro.
But the fact is,
Okay.
that's a fact, and here's another fact. Your father agrees with Kelly. So when you make these videos, maybe you should let your viewers know that in your own family, there is at least 50% of your parents who are siding with Kelly. So, you know, you can keep acting like this is the worst thing ever.
The guy's a freaking tool.
But
like,
let's just watch this next
I
one.
wasn't going to make another video about this, but I saw reality TV star Kelly Dodd responded to my video where I called her out for telling my parents that my younger sister is, quote, woke and indoctrinated for graduating from a major university.
Yeah, because she is, according to your dad, woke and indoctrinated.
yeah.
She called me a cloud chaser, which
you
coming
are.
from a real housewife of Orange County, that's absolutely hilarious.
Is it though?
Is it? You
are a cloud chaser.
Yeah.
You're chasing her cloud. That's
Exactly.
exactly what you're doing.
Exactly.
Why is it hilarious coming from her? She's got 730,000 followers on Instagram.
People know me. No one knows you until now, you dumbass.
And you're trying to capitalize on the fact that she sat next to your mom and dad by posting these videos about her. Who's clout chasing? You think she's clout chasing? She
No one knows you.
She doesn't need you, but you obviously are trying to benefit from her.
Of course.
And I was only responding because
Story time.
she's now posting more stuff that's so anti-education, calling college a woke propaganda.
So anti-education.
I mean, take a look at the stuff she's posting because this is part of a larger problem.
You know what, bro? Wait, let me stop it right now. We'll stop. Okay? I will always, my education, I've lived around the whole wide world. I've traveled. I've every car I've ever wanted. I've owned multi-million dollars of homes. I've owned multiple homes. You, with your little education, let's see if you ever can compare to me.
But
stop.
To say
Stop.
she's anti-education is absolutely ridiculous. You obviously didn't do your research because her daughter, my stepdaughter, is going to college now in Paris. If Kelly was anti-education, whatever that means, she wouldn't have sent her daughter to college, but we did.
Right.
And she's home now, and she's going to go back to
And
Paris.
she's going to summer school.
Yes. So
At
we're not
OCC.
anti-education. Kelly is not anti-education. She supports education. She just doesn't like when kids
got
get
my
indoctrinated.
education.
And I've seen it
It's
happen
right here.
myself.
In one of her many ridiculous comments, Kelly Dodd
Ridiculous.
says, the college system today is a bunch of woke morons that are brainwashing our youth. I lived in a communist country, and so did all my friends that live here in San Francisco.
It is.
It is tearing this country apart. Go live in a communist country, then come back to me. They're teaching kids how to hate Jews. That's what's happening. Guys, just because Kelly Dodd got a college education does not make her the decider of whether college and San Francisco are communist woke propaganda places.
They are. Look at what's happening.
He didn't
all
even-
my friends are from Russia. They came here when they were in 8th grade. They escaped communism, oppression, no civil liberties, no freedoms. Try that. They're all over here with their Gaza and their Palestinians and they're all the gays over there. Go over there and be gay and see what the hell happens to you because they will kill you. And for a woman to be doing that, they hate women. It's so anti. It's no common sense.
And well,
That's the problem.
not only that, he didn't say anything to dispute what you said. You're offering no argument to refute that these colleges are in fact run by heavily liberal, very liberal professors. And I've had people on my show on Newsmax interviewed professors who will say it out loud that the vast majority of college professors are very, very liberal. And in often cases radical. And they are indoctrinating kids.
Well, and by the way, let me just tell you, I know a lot of people up in San Francisco that won't hire Harvard MBAs, okay? They don't want people that are linear thinkers. They want people that are entrepreneurs, thinking outside the box, not Harvard MBAs that are just know how to study that kind of thinking.
And one more
a lot
thing,
of them.
one more thing. If colleges are such great places and not indoctrinating kids and not catering to the woke, why are they not letting conservative voices come onto your campuses and speak? Why are they shouting down and protesting when a conservative person tries to deliver a speech on campus, which is only fair. Like, you should have conservative voices. You should listen to all voices and then make up your mind. But if your campus is not going to tolerate any voice that doesn't say what you want them to say, well, yeah, that's another example of how woke is hurting you and hurting America, because you're not allowing all voices so you can pick and choose. You're trying to edit everything and keep the bad conservatives out.
The woke is part of the cancel culture.
Yeah.
You want that? You think that's cool? You're part of that weird people that have no voice ever in their life, and they're just collectively get together like the Reddit weirdos. Like, honestly, like, I mean, it is ruining what's going on today. You're not allowed to have an exchange of ideas, and if you don't align yourself, I have a lot of Democrats, but the Democrats don't like the Republicans. Why? Why is that? Why?
Yeah. Can't handle the truth.
Can't handle that. You get mad. You get so angry.
Let's listen to the rest of this one.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm so tired of hearing how woke and communist college is, when the real Communist Party is the MAGA fascist movement, which is censoring free speech, cracking down on protesters, and cutting healthcare from millions of Americans.
What?
Okay. None of
guy,
that's true.
That guy is
cracking down on protesters. Yeah, the ones who are anti-Semitic, which is against the law. The ones who are supporting terrorist organizations, which is against the law. You think that's okay to support terrorism, to support people who kill people, and that's what they do?
Wait. Let's just back up here. You're talking about millions of Americans getting taxed for health care. We are giving illegal immigrants free health care.
Right.
Okay?
So you're going to cut off millions of people, the people who don't deserve it, in this case, the illegal immigrants getting free health care in California. The governor of California is about to put a stop to it. It's already cost the state more than $5 billion giving free medical to people who snuck into America, didn't follow the rules.
And you know what? Take an economics class. And this guy is the most uneducated, thinks he's so smart that he went to some probably fancy school. I don't know who this punk is, but the sister went to a fancy, cool school. A good school. But this guy, this is moronic beyond the pale.
Tax cuts to billionaire oligarchs.
Yeah. Who was Joe Biden's best friend? George Soros.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Billionaire oligarch? That guy's Dr. Evil, okay? And his son was hanging out at the White House all the time with your boy Joe Biden. So you want to talk about presidents catering to billionaires?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump had Elon Musk in there working for free to trim the fat from our federal government. I didn't see Joe Biden doing that.
Nope.
And by the way, I understand Kelly.
By the way.
Can
you say by the way one more time? Okay. By the way. Oh, you think you're so educated.
Actually, he can say it. This is my favorite part, though. Listen to this.
I understand Kelly Dodd is pretty much irrelevant, but she does have a platform for.
If she's so irrelevant,
but you call me a star. Well, you just call me a star. By the way,
you called her a reality
TV star first,
and now you're saying she's irrelevant. If she's irrelevant, then there's no point of you making videos about her.
Exactly, twice, dork.
He's gonna make another one after this. He's getting clicks. This guy's getting more clicks than he ever got in his life, thanks to you. You're so irrelevant.
And by the way, I understand Kelly Dodd is pretty much irrelevant, but she does have a platform for some reason.
For some reason.
Platform needs to be called out, because having an education is a good thing, and it's anti-American and anti-patriotic to call higher education woke and communist. If people want to get an education, let them.
We need to take a stand!
Yeah! Education! Let's go!
If people want to get an education, let them! Okay. Go get an education.
Oh my God.
Did you ever say don't get an education?
Of course I didn't. I'm just saying, academia is left. And when I worked for the Arizona Republic, I didn't know anything. My parents are Democrats. I mean, I grew up that way.
So am I, by the way.
I grew up that way. I grew up Democrat. But then when I moved away and I started seeing crazy things in San Francisco. And I'm like, wait, what? Wait. You can smoke crack right out here and no one's going to do anything. And then like petty crimes and how the liberals trying to tell you how to live your life. And, you know, putting my Christmas tree up. It's not fucking Christmas yet. You know, it's like weird, crazy thing. I'm like, wait, these aren't my people. This is radical. This is not law and order. This isn't like clean. This is nonsense. It's chaos. And I started to move and I saw China and I saw how things were and my perspective changed.
Well, this kid could turn into a conservative. Give him some time.
Yeah, he will when he hits like freaking 60 years old and then he realizes how idiotic the younger generation is and they don't know how to balance a checkbook or a budget and they just want handouts. You know what, bro? How would I buy you a dinner? Because I know you're used to those kind of handouts.
On that note, we don't have time for Palm Springs. Right. This show's already half an hour. And I hope, for those of you who are enjoying it, thank you. We're going to have to say Palm Springs for tomorrow.
10:30, bro.
Yeah, it's late. We've both been traveling. So more on that. I have some updates from Palm Desert that I want to share with you. We'll get to all that on Tuesday's show, okay?
All right.
Have a smash-tastic day, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this this video analysis.
With the moronic dum-dum.